4 albums since 2002. Their latest is Artwork. They have the latest singles, Blood on My Hands and Empty With You. We are talking with Quinn, guitarist for The Used. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing good, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, man. We just appreciate you guys taking the time. Of course, very, very busy right now. You just got into Victoria. You guys have a show tonight. Are you excited?
We're very excited. This tour is going to be really fun for us. We just got off a big U.S. headline tour, so the pressure's kind of off. We're going to just let 3 Days Grace do their thing, and we're excited. These guys are really cool. So,
have you ever played with 3 Days Grace before?
We never have. No, we've never crossed paths either. So.
Yeah.
Both kind of bands doing our own thing, I think.
Well, you guys have had, obviously, big success around the world, but mainly in the U.S., your home area. Now you're coming up to Canada, 19 shows over the next couple months up here in Canada. You're pretty much taking over. And was that the plan, to kind of find a couple of established Canadian bands to tour with so that you could really get out there in Canada?
Well, I mean, we have a pretty good following up for ourselves in Canada, but the offer came out, and, there's so many places that we've never played before, and with 3 Days Grace, there's a lot of fans of them that we've never played to before, so it's a big crowd that we'll never get to play to, on our own. So it seemed like a good offer, and it's nice. We love Canada. We all really, always have a great time up here. People are always super friendly and really into music and down to earth. We're pretty down to earth people. We're from Utah, so. Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's just nice to be up here, but to be able to play in front of new fans and stuff like that, it's a really nice opportunity. Yeah, for sure. The brand new album Artwork.
You have producer from Panic at the Disco, Mr. Matt Squire. That's the first time you've worked with him. Usually, you guys work with John Feldman. Why the change?
It was just time. I mean, I think John has, we've kind of come up with John, and he's shown us a lot of. I'd like to say he's provoked the Used sound a lot. He helped us find our essence. He's really worked a lot with me and Bert, and with songwriting and producing and recording. And I think that we took that influence really heavily. We were really young, so at this point, it's just time for us to leave. Mm-hmm. Just to leave the block. Leave home, and we wanted to try something new and kind of get back to what it was before there was ever a producer involved. So it was kind of a scary thing, but it was important. It kind of let us have control over the big picture, and have our vision. Because John, I mean, he's an amazing producer, but he definitely has a vision, and I think this time around we had a really strong vision too, so mm-hmm. It worked out. We always have John in the back of our minds, kind of coaching us through, mm-hmm. As a band, what's working and what's not. So
yeah. I heard a rumor you guys were actually trying to work with Rivers Cuomo of Weezer. Is that true?
For a second he had talked to us about doing producing a few songs on a record before we had settled with Matt. He got pretty busy with his record at that time, the Red album, and it was kind of just coming out. So we pushed it aside. But I think that we plan on either working with him in the future, and I know that him and Bert might even write some songs together, I guess, do some co-writing or something like that. I mean, it was kind of surprising to know that he's a fan of our band. I mean, We're all super huge Weezer fans,
That's awesome. Do you guys own your own Weezer Snuggie, I have to ask?
Oh, no. I haven't even heard of that.
You haven't? Oh, they got their brand. They got their very own Snuggie. It just got released a couple weeks ago, actually. You know what the Snuggie is, right?
Yeah,
it's
like the best invention of the decade.
Yeah, well, Weezer's got their own Snuggie, man. They got their own commercial and everything. You guys got to get on that boat. What do you think? The used Snuggie. That probably wouldn't go over too well though, because then people will just think it's a used Snuggie, I think.
True. We can't really put too much. We can't really put our name on a lot of stuff, or people don't want something new.
Yeah, totally.
But
that's funny. I heard actually a quote from Bert talking about the new album, and he was calling it the genre for it was gross pop. Do you know what he meant by that?
Yeah, I mean, that was just more of a descriptive term that we were kind of throwing around. That's what we've always sort of been attracted to with music is, bands like Nirvana and Weezer, like Pinkerton by Weezer, for example. It's a very noisy record, but very melodic, very thrown away, like Nirvana, the Pixies, stuff like that, where the mistakes are still there. It's still a big sound, but the melodies and the songsmithing is still very melodic. So that was kind of what we wanted to go for, just a gross sound that was still had its pop elements, which is kind of what we've always tried to go for. Mm-hmm. But I think in some of our past albums, like our last two, I think we might have focused too hard, and each song kind of had its own niche-y feel, and this one we wanted just a central theme, that was just gross pop, so it quickly turned around to be kind of a little blurb, and everybody was like, oh, they're used to starting a new genre of music, and but I don't know about that. I think that it's always been around.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, you're about to play again tonight in Victoria. How's the weather down there, by the way?
Oh, it's partly cloudy, chance of rain, 50%. I don't know.
No snow.
It's a little wet.
I got bad news. There's a bit of snow up here right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. I heard of the big storms coming through.
Yeah, we're going to do our best to get rid of all the snow by next Sunday when you guys are up here, though, all right?
All right, you better.
Awesome. Super excited to see you guys again. 3 Bill, it's always good to see 3 bands come through town. 3 Days Grace, Default, they've both been here before. You guys have never been up to Prince George, so we're excited to see you guys. And, I mean, with this big Canadian tour, 19 shows over the next couple months, we're going to make you honorary Canadians, all right?
Oh, good. My girlfriend's Canadian, so I'm working on the citizenship.
Oh, nice, Quinn. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we all really love it and appreciate your hospitality.
No problem whatsoever. We're going to get to your brand new single, Empty With You. Is there anything you want to tell us about the new track?
We just shot a video for this song out here on the road. It's just pretty much a big photo montage of our lives away from home. And I think this is one of the best used songs to date. It just instantly connects, and this is a song that there was no effort involved in writing it. It just pretty much wrote itself, and it's one of my favorites too. So I hope people can just lose themselves in it. And
awesome, Quinn. Well, again, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Good luck tonight. Of course, you're going to be playing a lot of shows with 3 Days Grace and Default over the next month or two here, and we can't wait to see you guys up here next Sunday at the CN Center. People are getting really excited for it, and it's going to be a phenomenal show. So we can't wait to see you guys here.
Okay, yeah, man. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem, Quinn. Have a good one, eh?
Cool. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.